Good afternoon, everybody, and you're very welcome to the Belfield Bowl this afternoon for the AIL League match between UCD and Clontarf. I'm Adrian O'Farrell. I'm joined on commentary, and this is a first actually, because I think this is the first time we've gone out on YouTube with the live screening. I'm joined by Christine Coffey, who is captain of the UCD women's rugby team. Christine, you're very welcome.
Thanks a million, Adrian. Lovely day for it now. The sun's splitting the stones here in Belfield, so ready for a great game against Clontarf.
Yeah, it's a nice afternoon. The conditions are certainly very good. There's nothing really by way of wind. It's a little bit chilly, but nothing that's going to upset the crowd too much. Christine has stepped in at a late stage. Conor Dempsey, the stadium announcer, was due to be my co-commentator, but he's been stricken by COVID. So, Conor, we wish you a very speedy recovery, and please stop texting me during the game. So, Christine, what's your expectation here this afternoon?
Hopefully UCD put in a good performance. We had a great performance against Trinity last week, and unfortunately lost the colours game. But we beat Garryowen 2 weeks ago, so in terms of performance, we're on a good vein of form. So, fingers crossed, more of the same today. Clontarf are obviously very strong. They're sitting top of the league very comfortably. So, fingers crossed we can put in a good performance at the very least.
Yeah, it's probably a bit much to say that there's nothing riding on this, but UCD are now clear of any relegation issues. They are third from bottom. They could go fourth from bottom if they were to win today and Garryowen lose to Trinity. But for Clontarf, again, there's nothing riding on it other than sort of form and, I suppose, avoiding injuries going into the semi-finals. They are guaranteed to finish in top place in the league. And it's a matter of just, in fact, they can't be caught, so it's just a matter of whether they face either Lansdowne, Con, or Trinity in the semi-final. In the history of this fixture, since the AIL was introduced in 1990, there have been 24 games between the two. Clontarf have won 20, with UCD winning 4. So it's probably a measure of the task, a fair reflection of the task facing UCD today, Christine.
Yeah, no, massive rivalry between the two sides. Obviously, they're only the other side of the Liffey, so the trek across the Clontarf is always very difficult, and they probably feel similarly enough to playing Belfield over here. Like you said, Clontarf are in really good form this season, and I think they've only lost one against Lansdowne so far. And they've something like 8 bonus point wins. So, obviously, it'll be a massive task for UCD, but no draws in that history. So,
no,
hopefully more of the same.
Who are the players that you'll be looking at for today on the UCD team?
Obviously, as a scrum half, we'd be looking at Paddy Patterson straight away. For the last few games, he's really brought a lot of zip to the game at scrum half. So he's a really exciting player, and he's played a good bit with Munster. So lots of excitement with Paddy playing at 9.
That's going to be a cracking matchup between Angus Lloyd and Paddy Patterson. Angus is obviously former Munster Ulster professional player, so that'll be a good lineup. So just to run down through the teams, the front row for UCD: Jack Boyle, loose head Killian McQuaid comes in at hooker. Interesting change there, because the normal hooker Bobby Sheen has gone to number 8. Chris Hennessy is at tight head. Mark Morrissey, Jerry Hill in the second row. Jack Gardner, son of Deck, at blindside. Simon Burke open. Bobby Sheen, as I mentioned, at 8. Patterson and Corkery. James Tarrant is missing today, so they have been playing Tim Corkery and James Tarrant as sort of dual playmakers, but Tim Corkery in at 10. Jack Ringrose captains the team at 11. Luke Maloney and David Ryan, the centre partnership. Ross Deegan and Chris Cosgrave rounding out an exciting back 3. For Clontarf, you've got one of the Soroka brothers, Ivan, at loosehead. Dylan Donnelly, hooker. Dara Bulger, prop. Second row, Gilbert and Carney, the very experienced Michael Carney. Strong back row in Alexei Soroka. At blindside, Brian Deeney and Tony Ryan, the very experienced AIL campaigner, at 8. Lloyd and Kelly at halfback. On the wings, Ben Woods and Cian O'Donoghue adding pace. Matt Darcy and Michael Brown, a really strong centre partnership, and Tyg Bird at full back. So referee Kieran Barry is just about to get things underway, and Conor Kelly will drop off. Referee's whistle goes. And Kelly drops that deep, where it'll be taken by Paddy Patterson, who puts one up in the air. I think he was just outside. No, he was inside the 22, but choosing to put it up in the air. A Clontarf take. Strong gain line tackle there for UCD. Lloyd goes blind. Alex Soroka takes it on. That's a turnover. That's a good early win for UCD. We look to move it wide through Sheehan. That's Chris Cosgrave putting it down the pitch. Well, it'll be kicked back by Kelly. Again to Patterson. Well, taken over his shoulder. Goes long down the line. Taken by left wing Keane O'Donoghue. Decides to go open. Soroka punching one up. Very physical, abrasive player, Soroka. Not many people know this, Christine, but I coached him for about a season at under 8s. He seems to have survived the experience pretty well. So Clontarf moving it open wide for the first time. Penalty there for a high tackle. Oh, well, that's a big bust up the middle by Michael Carney. So I expect the penalty won't be forsaken, given that that's very good advantage. Lloyd going wide. Kelly, chance here. Oh, good tackle though. But the first time, Clontarf exerting some serious pressure on the UCD line. And that's picked off. That's a couple of key turnovers that UCD probably weren't expecting. Again, choosing to go wide. Ryan shouts for forward, and the referee agrees. What's some enterprising play there from Clontarf, Christine?
Oh yeah, no, really enterprising play. They're looking to get it wide. Fortunately, UCD managed to get 2 key turnovers, like you said. The first coming from Paddy pouncing on a loose ball out the back of the ruck. But yeah, Clontarf looking to stretch UCD in these first few minutes.
The UCD lineup perhaps isn't quite as strong as it might be, because they have got a semi-final, the Fraser McMullen Trophy tomorrow. That's the under-20 trophy. So there's a couple of players that are probably been held back for that. Playing Lansdowne and that, so best wishes to all involved. So really good attacking position here.
It'll be interesting now to see if UCD contest this one or whether they stay on the ground and prep for a maul.
That's McCarney takes it. Sacked early by UCD, cleverly. Donlan takes it on. Tim Corkery trying to hold him up, did well.
Jerry Hill did really well to sack that maul.
Referee asking UCD to stay back. Again, they just take it around the edge. And now Kelly goes wide. Flips it to the fullback, who will be in. No, is he? I think he got tackled into touch. Referee has given it though. I think he may have just, as he got tackled into touch, he may have just got it down before hitting the ground with his feet outside of touch.
I think Jack Rignrose was having a word with the referee there about possible crossing or him being impeded to make that last tackle, but the referee
it looked
spoke
like it
with
had
the
gone
linesman, so
it looked like it had gone awry with that sort of
Yeah.
loopy pass that popped up in the air.
Yeah, they seem to be, the referee and the linesman seem to be in agreement about it being a try, so the try stands.
Either way, yes, as you say, the try stands. So 5-0 to Clontarf. So Conor Kelly, difficult conversion. He is left-footed, which will help from this touchline, though. Nice strike. And yeah, fine kick that by Conor Kelly. Kelly's a former Irish under-19s, Leinster Schools player. So try scored by Tig Berg, the Clontarf full back. Jack Ringrose had the head down there, no idea where the ball was as it landed on, bounced off his back, so it'll be a Clontarf throw in. So interesting selection from UCD this week with Bobby Sheehan, normally hooker, playing at number 8. He certainly has the size at 6'5" or 6'6" to play in that position. So it'll be interesting to see, but they see how that experiment works out. So Dylan Donald to throw. Taken by Clontarf. So Simon Burke has had to come off with an arm injury. And as Clontarf break, and that's penalty against Mick Carney for a shoulder off the ball, and then a word back to the referee. Kieran Barry brings him forward 10 metres, and this is UCD's first promising position. I didn't quite see what happened to Simon Burke there, Christine, but he's got his arm in a sling, so hopefully it's not broken or something serious.
Yeah, James Moriarty comes on for him. We're about 8 minutes in, so he's probably on a bit earlier than he's expecting, but hopefully he'll make an impact.
So you see taking it on through Bobby Sheehan. Good position now, just 5 metres out in front, under the sticks. Corkery finds Ryan, and that's well found. Chris Cosgrave had a bit of space, threw a little shimmy and was straight through under the post. So opportunity now for UCD to draw at 7-0. Yeah. Sorry, for Chris Cosgrave to take the kick, yeah. So great reaction to going down there by UCD, quickly turning around just a couple of minutes later. And really, I suppose, been one attack by each side producing a score. So this could be a high-scoring game, Christine.
Yeah, it's very positive from UCD. Like you said, a good reaction straight off the restart, and we haven't really been in their half at all. So it was brilliant first visit to their half, and coming away with 7 points is always very positive. Really well worked try and well finished by Chris, and he knocks over the 2 points as well. So all square here.
So Conor Kelly to drop off again. Goes deep again. Not to Paddy Parson. That one's a bit long, and so it's going to come back. A basic error, that one by Conor Kelly. He holds the hand up in acknowledgement to his team. So chance now for UCD to build on that equalising score.
A midfield scrum, so there'll be loads of options off the back of this. It'll be nice to pull out the playbook and see what they have, particularly because it's the last game of the last regular AIL game for UCD. So be interesting to see what they pull out.
We'll get a good view here of Jack Boyle on the open. On the loose head side. He was unbelievable against Scotland in that under-20s performance, so really exciting player to watch. Strong position there. They do go back, but Paddy Parson gets it away. Chipped ahead by UCD. Tim Corkery finds touch just inside the Clontarf 22. Nice little nudge, Christine, but he had an option of going outside there. I thought he might have.
Yeah, 3v2, but I think a few of the UCD players were trying to claim a 50-22, but they were just inside the Clontarf half when it was kicked. So unfortunate enough that it wasn't the 50-22, but we'll take the field position anyway. Like you said, a 3v2, so maybe that playing it wide was on. But
this time they go to Alex Soroka. Mention of whom prompts me to remind you that the proceeds from the gate and the
guess the score as well.
And the guess the score match are going to the Soroka. Whoa, away goes Van der Lloyd. Chips for the corner. Is he going to make it? The ball is just, he catches it and it is in. Touch judge has the flag up. I thought he was okay looking down the line.
Yeah. Ben Woods looked like he was, the referee thinks that he was bundled into touch there, but exciting break, like you said, from Angus Lloyd, and it was really creative.
Offload that.
Yeah. Really creative option to put the ball on the toe there and bring his winger
across,
in.
Clever.
Yeah. And Clontarf steal the line out as well. UCD have the so UCD have the put into the scrum here from a knock on.
So I've just had a look at that replay while that was happening, and I'm still not convinced that that he didn't score that. But anyway, it is what it is. Happily enough from UCD perspective.
So yeah, UCD's line out was stolen by Clontarf, but unfortunately they had a knock on. So UCD's put into the line out, and they'll be looking to get out of here.
So again, the UCD scrum has been under pressure, and Killian McQuaid stands up. He didn't fancy the way that one was going, so it'll be reset. The UCD scrum has been under pressure in the scrums to date, so it'll be interesting to see if they can lock this one out. Wheeling. Referee not blaming anybody, just saying that it went around through the 90s, so it will be a reset.
UCD head coach Kevin Croke seems to be a bit disappointed with that call and thinks that UCD should have got the advantage there.
It seemed to me that Clontarf were swinging it, but then I'm a former out half, so what the hell do I know? You're a hooker, so
know,
we'll accept your.
Scrum half.
Scrum half. Sorry,
I wouldn't know what's going on in the front door myself either. But
well, you get a closer view of
it.
At least.
We'll trust Crokey on this one.
Again, it's Wheeling, and this time Kieran Barry's arm goes in the air, gives the penalty to Clontarf. I wouldn't say Kevin Croke's any happier about that one.
That's the third scrum penalty that Clontarf have got inside the UCD 22, so they want to be careful with that, and the ref might look to punish that a bit further than just giving penalties if it continues.
So a threatening situation here for UCD, 5 metre defensive line out. Ivan Soroka giving the call to Dylan Donlan. Taken well in the middle by Mick Carney again, immediately sacked. So that's been working quite well for UCD, but Clontarf have formed a good wedge here. Swinging around, and Clontarf was kind of had the air of the inevitable about it, didn't it?
It really did, yeah. Clontarf, when they got the ball to the tail of that line out, they got away from Jerry Hill, who seemed to be looking to sack that, and unfortunately Jerry couldn't sack the ball carrier, and the maul kind of powered on.
Clever though by Clontarf to, having seen the previous one being sacked immediately, to move it away from the point of contact straight away to give themselves the advantage.
Yeah, Clontarf have been really clinical with whenever they're in UCD's 22, so they'll be looking to push this on.
So that brings the score to 12-7 to Clontarf.
Conor Kelly looking to add the extras. It'd be an easier kick here for him than the last one.
So Conor Kelly successfully nailing that conversion brings it to Clontarf 14, UCD 7. So good drop off, and that's chance for
UCD's Luke Maloney.
Luke Maloney to take that one in the air, but he just knocked it on. The advantage had been played. Is that a high tackle? No. Jack Boyle, I thought it might have been a shoulder tackle, but referee plays on. Alex Soroka takes it in. Advantage over called by the referee. So Lloyd now shaping for a box kick, but goes open. And Kelly swings it, but that's a poor pass by him, but taken nonetheless outside. And Keane O'Donoghue, a couple of jinks and well tackled in the end. Extra roll, I think that was for. No, it's a man going off his feet over the ball. And another good position for UCD to kind of stick one in the corner and work from there.
Yeah, excellent chop tack from James Moriarty there to affect the penalty. So it's really good field position from UCD, and hopefully our possession inside the 22 we can make something of this.
Yeah, Chris Cosgrave finding touch just about 10 metres out. Oh, again, UCD, there's an overthrow there. Missed time with the jump, so Clontarf have the chance to relieve the pressure. And the clearance finds touch just 10 metres outside the 22. So I was struggling with exactly who scored that try because I didn't have a great view from here, but it was Dylan Donlan, the Clontarf hooker, who scored that. Again, that's slightly ropey on the line-out, but they do manage to get it back. And they bring Bobby Sheehan up the middle. However, I think that's Alex Soroka with the good jackal position and winning the penalty for his team. UCD failing to really capitalise on good positions there.
Yeah, no, it's very unfortunate. We had a really nice position inside their 22, and Clontarf found a nice exit here, and they're inside the UCD 10, so they'll be looking to push on from here. Excellent turnover from Alex Soroka, Clontarf's number 6. So he's been really impactful from all his involvements so far today. So
he's a fine player. He's 3 caps for Leinster now, and I was rudely interrupted by Clontarf having the temerity to execute a fine break and nearly score a try. Whilst I was telling people about the Soroka Ukraine fund for children affected by the war in Ukraine. So the match receipts and the guess the score receipts are going to that fund, and there will be a caption at half time if anybody wants to donate to that as well. Very fine initiative. There's brother Ivan taking that one in, and that's a good break, breaking through the half tackle, but knocked on, and a very good relieving kick by UCD. Gary Ringrose giving chase. Did well, the UCD defenders not to go down to the player there. As Clontarf regroup. And there's a great big space down that right wing if Clontarf can see it and get the ball back.
And Jack Ringrose come back to
cover, yeah. Angus Lloyd goes deep with it and finds touch, but not as he would wish, because that's straight in. That was untypical of him.
Yeah, very untypical, and he's usually very good off the box kick. So it's UCD put into the line out here just inside Clontarf's 10-metre line.
Yeah, so they'll be looking to. I mean, they're struggling to get primary possession. The scrum is under pressure. The line-out's under pressure. That's better, and that's a clean ball out to the centres. Bobby Sheehan hands, and that's Ross Deegan coming in off the right wing. Available for Patterson. Has a little show and go. Oh, nearly away. Pops it away to David Ryan. Was well tackled by Mick Carney. And Sheehan goes wide, and that's a poor pass by Sheehan. Jack Ringrose could only just knock it on with his foot, which succeeds only in turning over possession to Clontarf. Again, UCD not really capitalising on a good position. They're in there. Again, Clontarf showing some desire to go wide. Ty Bird takes it on. Just popped in again. That's knocked on. Opportunity for UCD to take advantage, but the referee calling it back for the knock-on.
Interesting 5-man line-out option from UCD. They had James Moriarty and Bobby Sheehan out in the midfield to look to crash off that line-out. So it was interesting to change it up.
And it worked. That was the cleanest one yet. So Paddy Patterson nearly away. He's a lovely little darting running style, and he kind of gets under players almost.
Yeah, for sure. And David Ryan was on his shoulders as well, alive to the pop as well to keep the break alive. So it was really exciting. More of the same from the two would be great.
So again, good attacking position just on the 22 for UCD. They've got Chris Cosgrave to the right. And with his pace, that's an option that might look, although he's shaping to come over to the other side a little now. So first things first, can they get a good scrum? That's better. Going back a little, no, it's completely disrupted, but pops back out, and they will hold on to possession through Sheehan. But that scrum is becoming a serious issue for UCD now. That's cross kick to Jack Ringrose, nicely taken. Can he skip inside? Good cover from Clontarf. Patterson takes. Oh, he had Bobby Sheehan perhaps there, or no, Jack Boyle rather, but bypasses him out to the centre. Patterson, again the cross kick, and that's beautifully taken. And can he get over? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. So two really clever cross kicks from Tim Corkery. Second one taken by Ross Deegan, and he just muscles his way over into the corner.
Yeah, super crossfield kicks, and a lot of that was the wingers keeping flat with the 10 Tim Corkery, and Clontarf really have been defending well close, so a bit of space out wide, and both wingers showed really good aerial skills to hold on to the ball and make some really decent ground. Excellent ingenuity from Tim.
So 25 minutes gone here at a Sunsplash Belfield. We have an opportunity for Chris Cosgrave to equalise the scores, 14-12. So UCD clinging in here. Haven't had that much possession, and the half chances that they've had, they've kind of messed up a couple of them, but crucially they've nailed a couple of them. That's a fine strike by Cosgrave, but not quite, just to the right of the post and wide. So it'll remain Clontarf 14, UCD 12. The Clontarf psyche here for this one is a bit funny, isn't it, Christine, in that they have clearly a big semi-final coming up, and players subconsciously or even consciously not wanting to get injured today.
Yeah.
But that's no way to play rugby either. You're more likely to get injured when that happens.
Yeah, a full 2 weeks until that game, though, so a lot of them will be looking to put their hands up for it as well.
Yes, that's true as well.
So it's whatever way you're looking at it, I suppose.
Conor Kelly not managing to take that, but dropping it backwards, so we can carry on. And that is on full again. Another mistake in terms of kicking out on the full from Clontarf. Paddy Patterson sprinting up the line to perhaps take a quick one, but that's not going to happen.
But like you said, they have their big semi-final coming up in about 2 weeks, and they're not sure who they'll be playing yet, because they'll be waiting on the results from the other games going on in the league this weekend. So all they can do is prep themselves, and a good performance today would probably be good preparation for that, no matter what way it goes.
Yeah, so again, UCD getting better possession, clean ball off the top of the line out, work to David Ryan with the middle. Jerry Hill taking that one on. UCD screaming for the penalty against Alex Soroka, but the referee not agreeing with them there. So again, the ball available to Patterson. Goes to Jack Boyle, instantly pops it off. Patterson again, quickly off the ground. Ryan. So UCD have numbers out wide here if they can spin it. Oh, Jack Boyle tries to offload out the back, but only succeeds in giving away possession.
Excellent
and that has been brilliantly ripped. Paddy Patterson, what a steal.
That's a few turnovers now he's picked up this season, this game so far. So he's flying it so far. Seems to have taken a bit of a knock in the process of making that steal, but
so he's as many of you will know, he's been down at Munster. He's got himself a new 2-year contract, which is great news for him. Yeah,
he's been flying it down there. Nick McCarthy's after moving back up to Leinster as well. So I don't know, they're two very exciting scrum halves. Both played with UCD a lot.
So there's an injury apiece here. Paddy Patterson getting seen to, and I think that's Ivan Soroka as well, getting attention. A little known fact, Christine, UCD's first rugby match was played in Castle Avenue as their home pitch. I know this because Peter Clark gave, I got the hands on the president's pre-match lunch speech, and I was kind of surprised to hear that.
It's a bit of a long way to go for your first home game.
It is. It's going back to 1910. It was even further back then. So running repairs affected. Be a Clontarf scrum just inside the 10-metre line. Central position. Good opportunity perhaps to use Tyke Bird here. Again, the scrum goes down. But in general terms, UCD be happy enough with this scoreline, 14-12, very much.
Yeah, Clontarf seem to have been kind of edging it, like territory-wise and possession-wise. So UCD are hanging in there at the minute, playing well.
It's the classic youthful exuberance against the grizzled old heads here a bit. There's some serious experience in this Clontarf lineup, the like of Michael Kearney. Again, the ongoing situation with the scrum where it's almost defaulting to a penalty to Clontarf. But huge experience throughout the side, you know, the like of Matt Darcy, Michael Brown, Tony Ryan's been around the AIL for years, ex-pro as well, Michael Kearney. And they've been, you know, trading at the upper end of the All-Ireland League. I think this is the first All-Ireland League that will be complete in the last few years because of COVID, and they were runners-up in the last one, losing the final. So they'll fancy the chances of winning the thing out again, I think, this year.
Yeah, before lockdown, before the first lockdown, Cork Con would have been the dominant force and winning everything. But this season, Clontarf have been eerily clinical. They've been winning all around them, so they'll be looking to push on now in the post-season and push for that AIL title.
So that line out taken this time by Fionn Gilbert, and Clontarf again showing a lot of desire to go wide. Gaining a good bit of possession. Ross Deegan trying to hold that up, not quite managing to do so. Lloyd to Mick Carney. That's big collision there. Darren Bulger takes that one in. Bobby Sheehan wraps. Good tackle. Fionn Gilbert taking that one in. Good clear out. Soroka taking it on. And Lloyd has numbers left. Kelly, they've definite numbers. I thought he should have kept going wide, but he has managed to make a bit of ground by cutting back against the grain. And that's Donnellan taking that one on and perilously close, and that's intercepted brilliantly by Chris Cosgrave. But the referee is adjudged a knock on. Just built it as he hit the deck and rolled. But a bit of a try-saving interception, that one, wasn't it?
You know, UCD putting a lot of pressure on, considering Clontarf really stretching them left to right. You saw Ben Woods, the Clontarf winger on the right-hand side, coming all the way around to join up in the backline move to really stretch UCD. So UCD doing really well to try and pressurise the Clontarf number 9, who's looking to play really flat.
Just looking at that one on the replay, and there's the referee was closer to it than the cameras, but I couldn't quite see the knock on there. He might have, just as he rolled over the ball, knocked it on underneath his body, but a bit unlucky that.
Like you said, the numbers out wide, so try saving intervention.
Oh, he's given that as an offside, I think. Apologies, I thought that it was he had indicated knock on. Yeah. So again, the pressure mounting. So Dylan Donnan goes to Brian Deeney on this occasion. They've mixed up their jumpers quite well. And this is kind of ominous looking for UCD, but they're holding out for the time being. Second, before finding, I think that's Bobby Sheehan taking it on. And Patterson's right foot will clear. And that's a good clearance, but yeah, and good pressure from Ross Deegan there to deny the quick one.
Ross Deegan's played very well himself, and Jack Ringrose haven't got many opportunities to get on the ball out wide, but what they have done, they've done quite well.
So Chris Cosgrave has come off the pitch, and there's attention for another UCD player. Oh, he's that penalty has been given as a yellow card, I'm thinking, for the offside where he made that try-saving intercept. So UCD down to 14, and I think that's Bobby Sheehan gingerly retaking his place.
Jack Ringrose seems to be covering the backfield now for Chris Cosgrave gone off.
Yeah, so 35 minutes gone. There'll be 5 championship minutes either side of half-time, where UCD will be down to 14. Having said that, arguably it saved 7 points.
Yeah, for sure.
So
they'll be looking to get in and have a few words and try and sort out the scrum for the second half, because Clontarf seem to have been on top in that area for sure in this half so far.
So Mick Carney takes that one in the middle. He's standing out of that, but Donnellan takes it off, a good offload, and that's going to be a try under the sticks by number 12, Matt Darcy. And that one was a bit cheap looking.
Yeah, it was. Clontarf made a few breaks through the middle, so once or twice making a few breaks through the middle, and that was the latest one. And
It's a good offload by Donlan, in fairness, and Matt Darcy didn't need to be asked twice.
He just strode away to finish that one, so it was well worked.
Good player, Matt Darcy. He's the Ireland club captain. Spent a bit of time with Munster, but he's been a serial winner with Clontarf over the last decade or so. So with the conversion by Kelly, that brings the score to Clontarf 21, UCD 12. Or should I say UCD 12, Clontarf 21, as UCD are at home. Tim Corker drops off deep, taken by Tony Ryan, just inside his 22. That's a good tackle, though. That was number 12, Luke Maloney, with that tackle. UCD saying that's out. Referee not agreeing. And it wasn't actually for offside for going around, but it's actually for playing the man off the ball. Saying that the UCD player pushed the Clontarf number 9, Angus Lloyd, off the ball. Didn't go down too well with the crowd, that one. That's coming straight at us. And it'll be a Clontarf line out just 6 metres inside their own half.
Good pressure from Jack Ringrose and Luke Maloney off that kick-off. They looking to affect a turnover there, but unfortunately Clontarf come away with it, and they've to put into the line out here just inside their own half.
UCD not engaging at all, and now one player going in to make the tackle and hold it up. Interesting decision. But Clontarf just walking this forward now 10 metres. And continue to do so as they make it inside the 10-metre line. Ball at the back now. Lloyd will take it. Out to Darcy. Kelly wide to Bird, who finds O'Donoghue. And it's threatening play from Clontarf. That's knocked on though by Carney, and that's going to get kicked long.
Excellent kick from Jerry Hill. And he showed great pace to change it as well.
This is a great race. And Conor Kelly deciding that discretion is the better part of Valerie. Didn't fancy going down in that and getting eaten by the two lads on him.
He had David Ryan and Jerry Hill steaming down on him, so I think it was a very good option to just kick it, get it out of there.
And at 39 minutes on our clock, the referee has called half-time. Much to the displeasure of the UCD bench, who were asking about injury time. So half-time it is, and scoreline reads UCD 12, Clontarf 21. Tries by Bird, Donlan and Darcy for Clontarf, and by Chris Cosgrave and Ross Deegan. Been an entertaining first half. UCD down to 14 for the first 5 minutes of the second half, and we'll see if they can, when they come back to the full complement, make any further impression on this Clontarf team. So we'll see you on the far side. I think there'll be a message about the Soroka Ukrainian Children's Fund. If anybody wants to donate to that, it would be greatly appreciated. So welcome back to Belfield Bowl, where the second half is just about to commence. Tim Corkery about to drop off. Scoreline reading UCD 12, Clontarf 21. Oh, that's a strong challenge by Ross Deegan there. He's a physical unit, isn't he?
Really is, yeah.
Okay, and good strength of the gain line there by Jack Boyle and Jerry Hill, rather. So Paddy Patterson has dropped back to receive the box kick. Dives to take it. Tim Corkery taking that one into the breakdown. And that's Jack Boyle taking it on. Taken by Soroka. Jerry Hill taking this one in. And a penalty. Not releasing after the tackle. Paddy Patterson skipping around Alex Soroka. Pops it away to Bobby Sheehan on this near touchline. Good clear out. Jack Boyle. David Ryan. That's popped back out loose. Again.
I think the penalty's for not 10.
Yeah, not 10. When Paddy Patterson took that one quickly, I think, didn't he?
Some really good clear outs from the rucks coming from UCD. You got the backs and the forwards both stepping up in that regard.
So Tim Corkery to go down the line. That's a pretty decent return, that. So it's just about 12, 13 metres out from the Clontarf try line. And an early opportunity for UCD to narrow the gap.
UCD going for a 5-man line out again. So they've 23 and Bobby Sheehan both ready to crash off this if they go that way.
Yeah, that's James Moriarty out there with Bobby Sheehan. It's cleanly done. Corkery decides to shimmy and go. UCD claiming that the tackler never released there. Jack Boyle now taking it on. And it'll be Patterson skips over the man on the deck. And that's turned over, is it? No, it's not. Jack Boyle taking it on. Moriarty goes in to support. Patterson now, Corkery. David Ryan. He's a big unit as well, David Ryan.
You know, David Ryan and Maloney have both been putting in some big clear outs and big hits in defence and attack. So
two-man tackle there on Bobby Sheehan. They do sort of identify him as a major ball carrier for UCD. Ryan nicely at the back door there. Corkery. Maloney, can he get it wide? There's a little bit of a hitch kick, but it's taken, and UCD pop it into Chris Hennessy this time, taking it on. And that's Jerry Hill. That's a good series of continuity here. David Ryan, but again, it's challenged, and that's stripped out of the tackle. Bobby Sheehan picks up though. Advantage to UCD for I think it was a deliberate knock on. He's signalling there. Jerry Hill taking it on. Patterson pops it over for Ross Deegan. Oh, Alex Soroka just takes it.
Oh, brilliant hands.
Nice little idea of that from Paddy Patterson. No, it wasn't a deliberate knock on, but it is a knock on. So UCD have successfully negotiated that first 5 minutes, and Chris Cosgrave is now back on the pitch to bring them up to their full complement.
Yeah, lots of creativity from Paddy Patterson there, but Alex Soroka was alive to the danger and covered the backfield well with his height.
It helps when you're 6'5" for those ones, doesn't it? So no obvious damage done in that 10 minutes. Apart from the one try. I thought it was just before. No, you're right. So this is UCD's most promising scrum position, I would say, of the match, directly under the post. Options to go either side. Key question is, will they be able to get it out?
They seem to have stacked the left-hand side here, so they haven't gone split the centre, so be interesting to see. Clontarf seem to have matched them here on the right side, so they might go left.
Yeah, Tygberg is directly behind the scrum, so he can go either side. That's gone down. It'll be a reset. No blame attached. Whoa, for a change, it's the UCD penalty off the scrum. Paddy Patterson takes it quickly, but not from the mark. In fairness, there's groans all round, but he was 5 metres off it.
He went the whole way back to the 8's feet to take it quickly, so I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with it.
That's because you're a scrum half.
We're slightly biased. Be interesting to see what option they go with here. It's a very kickable penalty if they do go for it.
Well, one thing's for sure, they're not going to go for the scrum, I don't think. The referee indicating that Clontarf brought that down, went to the knee.
They seem to have gone for the scrum here.
Well, blow me sideways. He has gone for the scrum, so.
Bobby Sheehan seems to have stepped in at hooker here.
Yes, that's true.
And Killian McQuaid has gone to the back row for the scrum. So they'll be looking. Bobby Sheen's obviously very experienced at hooker. So it'll be interesting to see now how this goes with that change. He's
also just considerably bigger. So see if that makes it, that added weight in the front row will make any difference. And it appears to have. That's a solid scrum. Patterson goes wide. Cosgrave. Oh, jinks inside. Good feet. Pops it up to Patterson. Has a little jink. Runs into the Clontarf defender though. And that ball has gone loose on the ground. And Ross Deegan has foot and touch. Shane Garrity losing his mind further up the touchline. In fairness, he's got a good view of it straight down the line.
Much more solid scrum for UCD, so that's very positive.
That was just looking at that in the replay, and if he touched it, it was the barest of touches.
Yeah. It's decent enough field position from UCD, so they'll be looking to put the pressure on here. Clontarf will find it hard to get out of this. So good position anyway.
Taken by Deeney at the front. Product of St. Peter's, not a noted rugby academy. He's actually got a Leinster Schools Gaelic football medal. Coached by James O'Connor, father of a UCD player from my day, Patrick O'Connor. And that's well cleared up the line by Tarford. Patterson takes it quickly to Chris Cosgrave. Has a look, has a go at Soroka, who drags him down. There's a good academy on academy clash that. Soroka will be happy with the outcome. So UCD with numbers this side. Nicely out the back door, and Jerry Hill kicks on, and that'll bounce nicely into touch, or will it? I thought it hit the line. Oh, confusion between Deegan and Cosgrave allows that ball to bounce into touch just on the halfway line in front of us.
That's the second time Jerry Hill has gone to the boot, and he's been brilliant for second row. He seems to be down here though, holding his shoulder, so hopefully he's okay. But he's had a really great game today so far. He's been very impactful, so hopefully it's nothing too serious.
Quite a few touch and go touchline decisions there. I thought that one just landed on the touchline before bouncing back in, but and it would have been a brilliant position for UCD, but the touch judge didn't see it that way.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with you there. It did look like it bounced on the line, so probably should have been a line out there inside
I thought though it mustn't have, because I didn't hear Shane Garrity screaming and roaring again.
Clontarf did well to clear their lines though, so they'll have a line out here just inside. UCD have a line out here just inside their own half.
Still, it's been a very enterprising and positive start to the second half by UCD. Haven't closed the gap, but they've survived 5 minutes down to 14. They've had a couple of near misses.
We've spent the majority of that time up in Clontarf's 22, or in Clontarf's half anyway, so it's really positive.
Be interesting to see what UCD in the scrum vis-a-vis Bobby Sheehan and Killian McQuaid. That actually seemed to work very well for them by putting Sheehan back in at hooker and McQuaid at the back.
Yeah, if they can shore up that scrum, it'll be a brilliant advantage. Like we said in the first half, Clontarf really seemed to have the edge there. But like you said, that last one seemed to have been solid enough from UCD, so might be something to continue with.
Again, five-man line out, and Sheehan in the middle to punch that one up. Patterson, Chris Hennessy goes wide to Cosgrave. Bit of a space there, buddy. Oh, and that's popped back in by Cosgrave into the Clontarf player, but there's just a miscommunication between Cosgrave and Maloney there. And that's a good driving tackle on Mick Carney. Maloney with the tackle on Conor Kelly. So Soroka to Donlan, and is he through? Yes, he is. That's second try for Dylan Donlan, who showed a pretty natty sidestep and a bit of pace there. So after all of that UCD pressure and opportunity, they find themselves conceding another try to make it 26-12.
Yeah. Excellent catch pass from Alex Soroka there to put his fellow forward through. Really showed his skills there.
And not that it matters a whole heap, but that's the bonus point for Clontarf with their fourth try. And that is the signal for Clontarf to make a few substitutions here. Alexei Soroka is going to come off for one, and try scorer Dylan Donlan, he's going to be denied his hat-trick by his manager. Conversion knocked over by Conor Kelly to make it 28, UCD 12. I've been impressed by Donlan though. Actually, he's taken his two tries very well, and he's
been very dynamic around the
very
park
dynamic,
as well.
yeah. So Corkery take it. No, that's great strength by Ross Deegan. Ben Woods took that, and quick line out by UCD by Sheehan, but it's going to be taken back by the referee. But Ben Woods caught that one, and Ross Deegan just muscled him into touch.
It's always great when the wingers can pitch in that regard. Bobby Sheehan looked to take that one. So it was Frank Boyle who looked to Jack Boyle that looked to take that one quickly.
So McQuaid to throw. Mark Morrissey with the shimmy, and that's knocked on by UCD again, just a bit untidy. Kelly swings it wide. Darcy, and that's not forward. That looked like it might have been, and that's huge ground been made now by Clontarf. That's all Aranzana King, who's just come on with that run. Matt Darcy knocks one down, but it's going to be shepherded over the dead ball line by Jack Ringrose.
Nice idea from Matt there, but unfortunately didn't come off for him. But UCD will have the put into the scrum here just inside their own 10-metre line. So they'll be looking to get out of here and get back up the field.
That's all Aranzana King that came on there for Clontarf. The internet's a great thing, Christine. I discovered that he got 15 votes in Ireland's best dressed debutant in 2021. He looked very dashing.
I'd imagine so.
He's quite dashing on the wing there as well. Boom, boom. So scrum to UCD, and they are going again with Sheehan back into hooker and McQuaid at 8. So again, the scrum is a bit more solid. They're getting that one away. Nice little, and it's a nice little wrap around, but it does eventually come to Ross Deegan. Takes it back inside, a couple of handoffs. He is a real physical presence on the wing, isn't he?
Yeah, he did well.
Chris Hennessy, nice hands, and that's Jack Boyle through the centre, pops it away. Oh, just about clings onto it, nearly a knock on. Did very well to recover that possession. UCD go again. Oh, nice feet. It's David Ryan, I think. Chris Cosgrave. Deegan with a chance to run, clips it down the line. It's going to be
touched by Clontarf.
Touched by Clontarf, so it will be UCD line it. Some players with hands on heads. Kind of the pace of this is beginning to show a bit. There's more heavy breathing from UCD forwards than Clontarf.
They worked it through the phase as well there, though.
So UCD persisting with this 5-man lineup, and Mark Morrissey can't quite get to that. Again, Clontarf confidently at the back line. No great pressure has to be said from UCD on that. And that's Ben Griffin, who's recently on, carrying that one forward muscularly. Matt Darcy back inside. Tyg Bird taking it on. Let's go play this by Clontarf. Tony Ryan. And that's going to come back for a penalty for not releasing. I think it must have gone forward in the tackle, and that's why he hasn't given the try.
And Michael Carney was the person who got the tip in the line out for Clontarf, and UCD were set up to attack off that, so they were slow coming up, and Clontarf managed to get it wide. They find themselves in a really good position here, about the UCD's 5-metre line. Be interesting to see now if UCD go up and contest this, or whether they stay in the ground and look to sack.
So it's taken in the middle by Clontarf. Barry Gray comes around the back. And they're practically on the line now, and yes, that's it. It is indeed Barry Gray, recently arrived on the pitch, that gets the touchdown there.
Up UCD all day, like out wide and things like that. It's just been a few moments of really good excellence from them.
So Conor Kelly with the conversion. That's nicely struck, just inside, always kept it inside the left-hand post. So bringing that to UCD 12, Clontarf 35. So last game of the season, you're 20 points down. This could go badly awry, I might suggest. That's well taken by Sheehan, off a tap by Ross Deegan, possibly forward, and yes, that's what the referee has given.
Ross Maloney shakes his head.
Paddy Patterson hits the referee with the death stare.
Andrew Feeney's on for Michael Carney in the second row, it seems.
Yeah, some wholesale changes really. Andrew Feeney's on for Angus Lloyd, yeah. Better scrum by UCD there. Tried to get a bit of a nudge on, actually. It's worked out to midfield, and Clontarf have numbers if they can move it quickly. Kelly goes wide. Good tackle in the middle there by UCD. And again, solid on the gain line. But we're coming back for a penalty. And I'm at a bit of a loss myself, I have to admit, on that one.
So I think he's penalising Paddy Patterson for going beyond the flanker's feet and being too close to the 8 at the back of the scrum. UCD seem a bit aggrieved by the decision, but the linesman seems pretty clear. Really good defence from UCD on that, though.
Yeah, it was a couple of crunching hits in the middle there. Paddy Patterson asking the question there as to what he's allowed to do in that situation. I think that was a question made as a comment rather than desiring to get the answer to anything. So Barry Gray with the throw in. That's Deeney with the take. Clontarf walking that forward, held now.
Ref has signalled it's gone once. But Clontarf are
again,
steaming ahead.
You know, but they're routinely now making sort of 10-15 metres on the mauls. Hopped up and almost robbed, but Conor Flynn did well to retain possession there. Good tackle that by Luke Maloney. Ball presented well by Tarf. Andrew Feeney again. And they need to retain their discipline here in Defence College, because, as I say, this could get a little bit ugly on the scoreline if they don't really focus and concentrate for the last portion of this game. Is that knocked on? No, it's down, says the referee. And he's not going to win a popularity contest right now at the moment in Belfield Bowl, is he? All those little ones seem to be going against UCD. Well taken in the air by Chris Cosgrave, who calls the mark.
He takes it quickly, looks crossfield kick.
That's college football. You gotta love it.
Beautiful spiral from Ross Maloney.
Ross Deegan.
Ross Deegan, sorry.
Kicks it deep, bounding away, and he's chasing his opposite number. Then Woods under pressure. UCD looking for a penalty for blocking. Cosgrave, does he see a gap? Oh, he puts on the burners, but can't quite make it through.
Clontarf's number 12, Matt Darcy, being very casual about his retreat there, and Ross wasn't very happy at all.
Oh, Jack Ringrose tries to pop it over the... does he miss the tackle, unfortunately?
Gets back on his feet to make it, though, a few seconds later.
It's lively, though.
Yeah, really exciting last game of the season, like you said, may as well try it. So Chris Cosgrave took that mark really quickly, and it
was pretty audacious.
Yeah.
Cosgrave, I don't think I've ever seen a crossfield kick on your own line as an attacking ploy. It was great.
Great that Ross was on the same page, and beautiful old school spiral for him down the pitch to get UCD out of their 22.
So UCD persisting with the shortened line out, and it's taken by Jerry Hill, and that's popped over the top to Chris Cosgrave. Oh, nice pace. Might have kept the line that he'd moved into, but went for one more shimmy. Parson out to Bobby Sheehan. That's a good jackal position. No, doesn't get away with it. That's nicely worked out by UCD. Moriarty scampering into the space. Patterson now. Oh, Chris Hennessy does well to ride the challenge, but then he just loses the ball out the back. And Clontarf have numbers here. It's end-to-end stuff. The ball isn't, nobody's too interested in kicking this away. Tarf going wide, and as I say that, eventually Clontarf do exactly that. They just kick it away, actually over the stand without bouncing.
They spotted Jack Ringrose had been working over here to the right-hand side, so that there was no one in the backfield covering, so it was definitely on, but unfortunately the execution just wasn't there. But the nice idea.
And I'm kind of tired after watching that last passage of play. The players starting to really, you can really see some of them struggling for air.
For a breather.
Young Gilbert, Clontarf second row, taking a little time out here. Bit unfortunate that for Chris Hennessy, who was, I think he might have got a bit giddy at the space in front of him. Forgot to bring the ball.
It was really well worked by UCD to get him into that space, and just unfortunate that he ended up knocking it on at the end.
Another little known fact is that my brother went out with his aunt.
Small world.
But he's, you know, he's no idea how close he came to a complete disaster. So McQuaid finds Jerry Hill with that line out. That's nicely over the top. Oh, and that nearly sat up nicely for David Ryan, but not quite. And he did well there to retain possession because it looked like he was in trouble, but that's a penalty against Ross Deegan for offside.
Line speed from UCD has been really good. They've been really trying to put the pressure on Clontarf. It's just unfortunate that Ross knocked it on there.
So Conor Kelly knocks that one up to the line to just inside the UCD half.
Difficult angle for a left-footed kicker to try and find touch from there, but he did really well.
That's really well across the line there from Mark Morrissey to steal that. Maloney to Ryan, to Cosgrave, to Jack Ringrose. Oh, couldn't quite nudge it down the line for the supporting player inside. But that was nicely played by UCD.
Jack Boyle's gone off for Evan Coyle there. Really good performance from Boyle today.
Oh, he's a fine prospect, no doubt. So Andrew Feeney knocks that one long. It's taken by Ross Deegan. Runs it back. Been impressed with Ross Deegan today. He's had a good game.
Penalty advantage for UCD now.
Yeah, oh, and that's just knocked on. They can't quite take advantage of that, but we'll go back for the penalty anyway. Luke Maloney just not quite able to keep that in the fingertips. So once again, a good position for UCD inside the 10 metres inside the Clontarf 22.
Yet to score this half, so hopefully they'll be looking to put a score on the board.
Yeah, so that's not like they've been short of opportunities. They've had a few. So Morrissey takes, it's juggled and knocked on in the end by the substitute scrum half, Rob Gilson, who's on for Paddy Patterson. Cosgrave comes across to take that well. Pops that one out the back. And that's still in play remarkably. Chris Hennessy goes down on it. Good clear out there. That's Evan Coyle taking that one on. Gilson wide, so basically we move it wide, but Clontarf defence never really struggling there. Again, good clear out. David Ryan pops it out to Bobby Sheehan on the crash. Good tackle though. And it's a side entry. It's just that last little thing that's just not working out for UCD.
Yeah. Brilliant break by Sheehan though. Lovely to see him in full fight. Made some serious ground in that.
Yeah, there's been some nice hands from the UCD team.
Yeah,
Chris Cosgrave with a little one out the back.
And David Ryan as well. They've both been trying offloads and things like that.
The college way.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. Oh, Tarf line out. That didn't look the straightest thing I've ever seen, but they've got away with it. And again, that line out maul proving productive for Clontarf as they make 5 metres and continue to go. Now they can swing it wide. Matt Darcy pops it. Oh, nearly was got around the back of his opponent. Oh, that's a really good tackle. That was. He didn't buy the initial one and kept himself available to make the tackle on the player wrapping around. Killian McQuaid going in, not quite able to get the jackal. Ross Deegan, again, it's very competitive at the breakdown there. That's brilliant work by UCD, forcing the penalty in the end.
Ross Deegan and Evan Coyle teaming up really well there to make a big hit and get the turnover.
Cosgrave not waiting around, knocking it down the line just inside the Clontarf 22. So just about 11 minutes left. And it kind of seems that UCD have spent probably more time in the second half in the Clontarf half, and yet they've shipped whatever 20 odd points.
Yeah, Clontarf have got 2 converted tries in this half, and UCD haven't scored yet.
Again, so, they've failed to capitalise on the throw-in, turned over, and Clontarf get to take it out. Tony Ryan taking it on. Not Darcy again, just changing the direction of it. Clontarf have numbers here. Oh, Bobby Sheehan picks it off. Can he ride the challenge? Not quite.
Off his feet.
Surely now, UCD have the numbers. Just put it through the hands. Oh, Ross Deegan, no. What are you?
Ross Deegan had a 4v3 there. And
he had to let that one go. Anyway, they still have the opportunity. David Ryan takes it on. Again, Rob Gilson and Chris Cosgrave now comes onto it. Has a little shimmy and makes a half break. Good position this now, UCD. McQuaid. I'll just change the direction. Chris Hennessy gets absolutely slammed. He'll regret not shipping that one on. Mark Morrissey now takes it into contact. It's an exhausting period of play, this. Gary Ringrose cutting back. Or Jack Ringrose, rather.
He called that switch early, and it was good that the people around him were alive to it.
David Ryan. Chris Cosgrave goes to the cross kick. And that's taken. Yes, it is. That's Jack Gardner over in the corner. And they deserve that. College has been a really enterprising and sustained play there.
Lovely crossfield kick from Chris Cosgrave. He's been brilliant since he's come back from that unfortunate yellow card, but he's put on the footwork and he's been trying offloads, and he's been taking penalties quick as well, so he's really brought a bit of energy to it.
And cross kicking on his own to try. As I say, it's the college way. It's great to watch. Jack Gardner getting just rewards for his efforts this afternoon. He's one of the well-known Gardner family, Jack's son, nephew of Paul and John.
He seems to be coming off now in place of Jerry Hill, who's come back onto the pitch. He gets a bit of a breather.
Yeah.
UCD using their bench, they had to deal with the early injury to Simon Burke, so they've been rotating the players to give each other a breather.
So with the conversion missed, it remains at UCD 17, Clontarf 35. But finally some reward for their efforts in the second half. I think it's well deserved.
It's really well worked. A lot of phases there and a lot of work to finally get over the line here in the second half.
Mark Morrissey's come into the play a bit more the second half. He's another fine prospect, part of the Ireland under-20s Grand Slam winning team. Played every match.
Yeah. He had a really good performance with the under-20s.
Crowd looking for that one to be forward, but in fairness, it wasn't. We were pretty much in line with that. I thought that was okay. Tony Ryan on the burst. Oh, nearly away, but well tackled by Evan Coyle.
Every step of the way there.
Ross Deegan looking to get hands on it, but not quite managing it. Barry Gray, good line, yeah. Conor Kelly at the back, Matt Darcy. Tyg Bird. That was a little show and go. David Ryan makes the tackle, but the offload is away, and this is promising for Clontarf. Bit of hesitancy there, though, at scrum half, which allows everything UCD to regather. That's Ben Griffin on the charge. This is the position that Clontarf will just be quite comfortable and happy just to use their bit of muscle and weight up front, just to gradually wear UCD down before they go wide. Conor Kelly, that's well tackled, double tackle with Luke Maloney in on it. Ball's gone loose, but yeah, I think it was played on the deck.
And they were holding on there.
Holding on after the tackle, yeah.
Crossfield kick again from Chris Cosgrave. But it's called back.
It's a couple of times that UCD have tried to go quickly and the referees pulled them back for not being on the mark.
The crowd in the hill really don't like it.
Last match of the season, ref, surely. And as we are now in the last 5-6 minutes of their season, how would you assess UCD's season to date, Christine?
They got off. It was a bit of a tough start to the season, but since Christmas they've kind of steadied the ship, and I think it was after that UCC game there, in the kind of latter stages of it, we kind of secured, like weren't going to get dropped or anything. So it was brilliant that they steadied the ship and came through that kind of sticky patch, and we've finished with a really good few performances the last few games of the season, and like you said, there's some really exciting prospects playing with college, like there always is. So lots of positives to take.
I was here for the UCD Lansdowne game, and what a game of rugby that was. That was absolutely stunning game. That UCD kind of had many of the players that don't always get. This is, oh, David Ryan nearly through the gap. Again, really positive play by UCD.
UCD head coach Croakey told me that they hadn't lost the home game this calendar year up until this point.
Whoa! That's getting very spicy for no particularly good reason there at the end. Bobby Sheen looking to rearrange Fionn Gilbert's headgear.
Yeah, UCD head coach Kevin Croak was telling us that they have UCD yet to lose a home game in the AIL this side of the calendar year. So there have been some really good performances from college, and like we've been saying today, there's some really exciting players, and they play a really exciting brand of rugby. It's never a low-scoring game in College Park, so in the Bowl. So always really exciting rugby to watch here.
The Clontarf second row, Fionn Gilbert just receiving a yellow card for his role in that contretemps. David Ryan out to Chris Cosgrave. Jack Ringrose cutting back inside. Nearly away. That's a good effort that by Jack. Well, College have numbers wide if they can get it out there, but that's Bobby Sheen stopped in his tracks by a very good tackle by Barry Gray. David Ryan looks to go on the outside handoff. Ross Deegan. Again, UCD looking for a penalty for not rolling away. Jerry Hill taking it up. And now UCD have numbers. Oh, it's a poor pass though, and that's knocked down by Clontarf, winning an opportunity to maybe pick it up and knock one down the park. So that's it. The end of UCD season finishes with a 17 points to 35 defeat against Clontarf, whom we wish the very best in their semi-final. Haven't quite got the scores in, so I'm not quite sure who that's going to be against. But a well-deserved victory in fairness today, although UCD showed some really enterprising and played some really positive rugby, Christine.
And just the last mention about the Ukraine appeal from Clontarf, and that all the gate receipts and the guess the score funds are going to that. So if anybody wants to contribute to that, the QR code is on the feed.
Will be on the screen at the end, yeah. So we'll bid you adieu from Belfield Bowl for the end of this season, and hopefully we'll be doing more of these feeds into the new year, but we leave that to the committee and the budget people to decide. So thanks for joining us, and thank you to Doppler Media for putting this feed on. They've been great to work with, so again, hopefully that's an association that continues into the new season. So that's it. Thanks very much, as I say, for joining us, and we'll leave it at that. Thanks. Bye.